and the role that the church played, people take you as a priest very seriously. And I think that we need to be able to place ourselves in a situation in which we can serve as mediators, which is really what Jesus Christ himself has called us to do. So I think that given the very sharp nature of the issues and the conflict between the Kutebs and the Jukuns, you really ought to place yourself in a situation in which you consider the Jukun and any other person around your parish as your people. Because if you take positions, not only does it make it very difficult for you to really function and play your role as a priest, but it also negates the fact that as far as Christianity is concerned, we try to preach that the blood of Jesus is really ought to be thicker than ordinary human blood. So unfortunate as the issues are, I thought that when it came to writing a petition, I really think that you need to place yourself in a situation in which you are not being seen as a representative of your ethnic group against another ethnic group, because I imagine that in your church, any Jukun man ought to be, a member of your community. And I just wanted to make this point without taking anything away from the substance of your petition, that as a priest, I think you need to place yourself in a situation in which you really ought to serve as an instrument of reconciliation. I know the emotions surrounding issues of this nature, but our call as Christians and as leaders demands that we rise beyond these limitations. We hope and pray that peace will come to the Kutebs and the Jukuns, but I'd really like to put it to you that you ought to be consider yourself a very, very important instrument in bringing about that peace.
Thank you, my Lord. Can I respond to your statement, my Lord? I sincerely appreciate your remark, my Lord, as a colleague. I'm so happy that such a remark comes at this time. I want the Commission to also know that we as a people together, both Kutebs, Jukun and Chamba, have lived together peacefully sometime. And you also know that the case put before this Commission is put forth by the community which I belong to. We as a church have worked together, lived together to make every possible best to resolve issues in and within the church. But as long as the case was going beyond the church, where the power that be actually come to play, my Lord, I'm afraid, if it has gone beyond the church, I know it has not gone beyond God. We are still praying, and that is why we try to consult the appropriate authority accordingly. And we have been praying. If you see in our submissions, I have not in any way placed myself as a tribal person. I have not fixed myself in any way as a tribal person. I represent a group, and the group are speaking, not me as per se. And as far as the community leader, I have prayed along with the people to make sure that the appropriate place of reconciliation, like this place, should be able to look at this, because Khan in Taraba State have come into this issue as well, but it has failed. But I want to thank God for this very commission, even though our issue have not been properly heard as said, but we thank God that God is not sleeping, and he will definitely bring solution to a problem like this. Thank you, my Lord.
I don't know. I haven't got the files again. Any other cases? I haven't got the files there. This Dixon.
Yes, my Lord. The first is Owonikoko.
Dixon
and Owonikoko, my Lord.
No file there. Where are the files?
There are no files, my Lord. The first one is the book that was given to the members in the...
Here?
They are here, my Lord. They traveled from Lagos and the east.
What is left over? What haven't we done there?
And nothing has been done yet, my Lord. They just want a few minutes
Call the case. Anyone. Well, there's no number. There's no case there.
Special hearing. Special hearing. Not the petition. Yes. Special hearing. They are not petition.
Yes? There's no file.
No file. It's only.
Your Lordship, they are not petitions. I was explaining that the first one is the Ijaw Youth Congress. He came about 3 days ago, and we were instructed to accommodate him. And the other one is the book that was presented to the members this morning.
If there's no case as such, they shouldn't appear on the list. What I'm saying. Now, what do you want us to do?
Just to give them a few minutes, my Lord, to tender their books and documents. That's all.
I can understand the Ijaw Congress, which is literally an addendum to a petition that was tendered from South. But the issue of the book, I mean, how do you testify? I mean, I really, if the book should be tendered exactly in the same way that the senior advocate has tendered his book. We can take what the man from Ijaw Youth is saying. He can tender what he has as an addendum to what is already before us. But you cannot file something to say you have come to tender. How do you tender a book? I mean, how do you report on a if it is a submission that is making, then let him make it, because it's basically of the same value as what we have here.
Well, my Lord, it's because it's a book on reconciliation, so we thought it might aid the commission. Well, I've looked through it.
Does he want to take the book away? Both of them. I don't know whether they told them. I'm not the...
With profound respect to Mr.
What does he want? The book. If he wants us to read the book, we read it. He doesn't need to come and give evidence and read the book for us. We can read the book. Council just gave us one now on the middle belt. He didn't read it.
My Lord, I'm very sorry. I was actually contacted 2 days ago.
Where is the Ijaw one?
With profound respect to Mr. Chairman and honorable members of this commission.
There's no number in the Ijaw case, so...
Yes, my Lord. As the honorable member rightly pointed out, what we have is an addendum to what has already been filed by the South people. Precisely. That's what I want to do. That's what I want
from the bar.
Precisely. My Lord, may I...
South.
Yes, sir.
Registrar. What age would this be? South.
You know, it's part of Ohanese and what has been. It's not
South. That's the one.
Does it have a number of people? No, it doesn't. Because it's part of Ohanese.
We would like to tender it so that my Lord can have it.
Princess Monica.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
can I just tender it?
We gave Princess Monica's dissertation a number.
Yes,
tender your own.
Yes, my Lord. And I will endeavor to make a copy.
Number one, exhibit 150 something, 156.
156.
This becomes 157, non reading.
As the court pleases.
We know how to read it.
As the court pleases.
Tender it exhibit 157.
As the court pleases.
Have you got copies for us?
Oh, yes, I have.
All right, give us, because
thank you,
I've
sir.
collected all of them.
We are most grateful for this, your magnanimity. Sorry, how many copies do you have?
I think it's 157.
As the court pleases.
The other one, 156. That's Princess Monica. All right, we'll give you the proper number then. It's my copy. It says 151.